Have you ever wanted something so bad? You wanted something so bad. It's like you're obsessed with it. It's like you are obsessed with it. You yearn for it. You want it so badly. Your heart want it. You think about it in your mind. You want something so either you want something or someone so bad, in a good way, obviously, like in a good obsessed way, not like a bad obsessed way. Let's just say you want something so bad, but you know you just can't have it. You can't have it. It's not real. That's that's the position that's the position I'm in right now. Honest. Have you have you ever wanted something so bad? You wanted something so bad. It's like you're obsessed with it. It's like you are obsessed with it. You yearn for it. You want it so badly. Your heart want it. You think about it in your mind. You want something so either you want something or someone so bad, in a good way, obviously, like in a good obsessed way, not like a bad obsessed way. Let's just say you want something so bad, but you know you just can't have it. You Can't have it. It's not real. That's that's the position that's the position I'm in right now. Honest. I hate wanting something and I don't get it and I can't have it. I hate that feeling. It's a hurting type of feeling. My chest, my heart, my chest it's hurting right now because it's like knowing that I won't never get to experience that again. I won't never get to have that again. Man, that's a hurting feeling, man. Some people might think it's childish or whatever or stupid. Let it go, bro. No, bro. You see me as a male man. I like sports. I like football, basketball, soccer. All that. I'm not that big fan of baseball, but if you are a man and you like sports, you like to watch it, you like to play sports, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Even if you're a girl, even if you're a woman, and you like to play sports and watch sports, then you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Just that competitiveness, the competitiveness of the game. Just playing against your opponents. Everybody's talking stuff. They want to win. They playing hard to win. We playing hard to win. It's fun. It's thrilling. That's way better than just sitting in the house, laying in bed, or just letting the time go by, just doing absolutely nothing. Like it ain't nothing wrong with being in the bed, laying down, being in your room and in the house. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you gotta go outside. You gotta get some sunlight. You gotta get your blood flowing, your energy going, and yeah, that's the I miss that type of feeling right there. When the game is on the line, when the game is on the line, like Yeet say, when you put everything on the line, there you go. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like just both teams fighting for the win. Like it's just if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the YBL. I was the creator of I had my own basketball. Look, I had my own little basketball tournament, my own little basketball league, whatnot. And yeah, it was pretty fun. We had that jump back in 2025. It was either 24 or 25. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 25. I'm pretty sure it was 25. We had that jump back in 2025, early 2025. And man, when I tell you that YBL season 1 was so peak, it's like this. I don't know if y'all remember the NBA bubble, 2020 NBA bubble, and like backyard basketball. Mix that together, and bam, you'll have the perfect thing. All you need is you and a group of friends you trust, you cool with, and I'm telling you, it'll be fun. In this YBL league, it was just me. It was just me and just me and my cousins in this league and a couple of close friends, but that thing was special. I'm telling you, it was a mix of NBA bubble 2020 with backyard basketball, playing full court. That was fun. It's free, and we was recording this stuff and posting it on Instagram. And the story is just getting started, bro. All right, y'all. To start y'all on this story, y'all need to know the origins of the YBL. Basically, what is the YBL? The YBL was a basketball league, a 2v2, 1v1 basketball league / tournament. I'm the creator of it. I was the creator of it. It was fun. It was fun. It's free. It was mostly me and my cousins and a couple of trusted friends, close friends. And it was really fun. It was fun. It was competitive. It's like it's like, bruh, it's hard to explain it because if you wasn't there, if you didn't experience it, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just, it's like, if you know, you know. But it was fun being competitive, hooping against people you knew, like hooping outside against people you knew. It was making it fun when you dunk on them, or you hit a three in their face, or you hit a game winner in their face. Well, I never hit a game winner, but I don't even want to talk about it, bro. I got hit. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, I got hit with a game winner twice in the same day. In the same day, I got hit with a game winner twice. One by DJ and one by BitQuest. Literally, bro. DJ hit me with the first game winner, and his game winner was so lucky. Like that jump wasn't even supposed to go in for real. Like when he shot it, bro, you gotta flick that ass jumper. When he shot the ball, bro, the nigga, the ball, it tapped on the rim, it slid on the side, then hit the backboard and went in. Like on some dumb stuff. It wasn't even. I'm still mad and salty about that. And then the second one, what could I really do? BitQuest is like, bro's like 5 more inches taller than me. Like he's like 6'7". So he threw a push. Look, this how it go. This how it went. Avian was inbounding the ball, bro. He was an inbound man. Avian was inbounding the ball. And, bro, the man, it was like 2 seconds, 1 second on the clock. Dude, Avian threw the ball in, you can see Avian sprinting to the goal to try to get a rebound just in case he missed. He wouldn't have time, though. But the nigga made the shot, bro. The nigga threw up the shot. I was right there guarding BitQuest. I was right there. I was like, this man caught the ball, threw the shot up. I'm right there in his face. I'm right there in his face playing defense. I jumped. When he jumped and let the ball, I would jump. I tried to block it. Bro, I jumped up. Oh my freaking gosh. All I could, when he jumped up, when he let the ball go, and I finally hit the ground from when I jumped, all I could see, I looked back, all I could see, ball went through the freaking net. I'm like, oh my freaking gosh. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way this nigga just hit this shot in my face to win the game. That was the second game in a row that don't happen to me. I just had bad luck. That was the first game of the season too. That was the first game of the season. I had bad luck that whole day. But I got off track, you know, I'm supposed to be talking about the origins and everything like that. But I just had to tell y'all that real quick because, man, oh my gosh, bro, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. That should have never happened. But look. This is the origins of the YBL. This is how the YBL started. I'm going to tell y'all everything. And it starts off with one word and one PFP. One photo. One word. YKITR2. That was my Instagram. That was my Instagram name. That was my Instagram name last year. That was my Instagram name. And that's basically what the YBL stands for. It starts off with my name and then basketball league because I created it. I was the host, everything. These games were played at my house, in my yard. I posted the content. I edited all the videos. It was, that's why I named it after me, after my Instagram name at the time. And I'm not gonna tell y'all what YKITR2 stands for. DJ knows what it stands for, but I'm not gonna get into all that. And then the PFP I had a Blue Devil. He was like, it was like a Blue Devil, a Blue Demon. That was my PFP back then on my Instagram account when I was posting all these YBL videos and everything like that. So that's how the YBL got started, from me and my cousins hooping. And I was like, you know what? I might as well get these videos. I might as well clip them, record these games, and post the highlights, the stats on TikTok. I'm not TikTok, but Instagram. So yeah, that's basically how it went down from there, and that's the origins of the YBL basketball league. But also one more thing. He was still in high school. He still had one more year, but we graduated. We all had graduated. That summer, I ain't had no job. I ain't had no job that summer. I'm pretty sure most of us ain't have a job that summer. Yeah, most of us ain't have a job that summer. So we was like every day we was going to Avion House hooping. We was going to Avion House hooping. Either we'd go to hoop or we'd go eat somewhere. But yeah, so we was hooping at Avion House. I only had one goal at my house. I only had one basketball goal at my house. So that's why we ain't coming, because we want to play on 2 goals. So, I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy another goal for my house because I got a job. Now we fast forward to 2025. I got a job. So, I had my own money. So I was like, you know what? If we're going to continue to hoop at Avion House, y'all might as well. And then another thing, Avion House, his yard wasn't like the biggest. It was like small, compact. 2 goals. Like you couldn't even run like a full way, You couldn't run it wasn't a lot of space to play in, but we still made it work. We still played basketball, So I was like, my yard's bigger. So I was like, you know what? I might as well just get another goal, get another basketball goal, put it at my house, and then we could just hoop. We just do 2v2 right here at my house. So I think the next point is when, we actually hop into the YBL and all that. So it's a lot that goes into this, talking about this stuff. It's a lot of history. For me, at least, it's a lot of history. I remember a lot about this stuff. So. Alright, so now we get into like the second part of it, the chapter 2 part of it. And I'm gonna introduce y'all to everybody, like to all who we had in this YBL season 1. So first we're gonna start off, I think we had 4 teams, either 4 teams, either 3 or 4. And this is all the players we had in the YBL in season 1. Everybody that played. So it was me, obviously me. We had Lil Quiz, Avion, DJ Coleman, Big Quiz, Danny, who else? P Mike, and Deuce. And that was it. That was all the players who participated in the season 1. And that what made the season 1 so great, because you hear all those guys, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people competing. Like, that's a lot of people competing. And, I was like, dang, this is going to be fire here. This is going to be lit. And it was, because you're not playing like, it's not like you playing the same team every time. You rotate, you switch it out. So, and mind you, it was 2v2s. And this is all who was on teams right here. So it was me and Big Quiz was on teams. Lil Quiz and Avion, they were on teams. P Mike and Deuce was on teams, and then it was DJ and DJ Coleman. But this where it gets tricky right here. This where it gets tricky. We allowed, like in the season 1, we allowed players to switch teams, like the trade. So this was the trade before it this was the teams before the trade happened. The teams I just mentioned, those was the teams after the trade, but the teams before was pre-trade. So look. Me and Lil Quiz, Big Quiz and Avion, DJ and DJ Coleman, and it was still P Mac and Deuce. But honestly, to be true with y'all, P Mac and Deuce didn't join till like late in the season. So like basically when the season was dang near over with. And then when they joined, it was still a problem, because somehow Lil Quiz got on P Mac and Deuce team. And I can't forget Mike. Mike also played. I've almost forgot about him. And the reason it ain't nothing wrong with Mike. I ain't throwing no shade at Mike. I ain't never forget him. I just almost forgot to mention him in that first part. Mike didn't join to the end of the season anyway, because nobody wanted to play against Mike. Mike was too good. Mike was like a college hooper. But we knew Mike. We was cool with Mike, so that's why Mike came out and hooped with us, because I ain't had no problem with Mike. Mike was always cool. So, but Mike was a good hooper, though. Mike was dang near a collegiate hooper. I seen Mike at community college. I seen Mike play on AAU teams. That's how Mike Duncan, you can't stop Mike. You wasn't stopping Mike. And I wish I still had some highlights of bro. But that dude, that nigga was a demon, bro. That nigga was it was at one point in time where niggas was dang near wanting to quit because Mike was so good. That's how bad it was. So I'm like, dang, bro, shoot. I had to ban Mike. It got so bad I had to ban Mike. But Mike is a main reason on why P. Mike, Deuce, and Lil Quez won a lot of games. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But it was a whole, we allowed trades, but we only traded one time. After that, nobody else was really supposed to switch teams. But once again, I don't know. I don't know what Lil Quez, I don't know how Lil Quez got on them boys' team. It's a whole lot of stuff that went down behind the scenes, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I already know DJ gonna say something funny, bro. I already know DJ gonna say something funny. I already know he gonna say something funny. But man, I don't know. They did some crazy stuff, but that was the teams, bro. That was the teams, and I'm gonna tell you the teams by the end of it. The teams by the end of it. So the teams when the season 1 ended, these was the finished teams. These was the finished teams. Me and Bitquiz, DJ and DJ Coleman, them boys was loyal to each other. They played the whole way out. They didn't trade at all. They played the whole way out. But it was definitely some beef there. I ain't gonna lie, they definitely had some bro. They definitely had some tension going on between them. So that was that with them. But they stayed loyal the whole season. And then Lil Quez, it was Lil Quez, P. Mike, and Deuce. Avion was a free agent by the end of it. Oh shit! Avion was a free agent, bro. Avion got out of there, bro. They got his ass out of there. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They got him out of there, bro. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's how the teams were at the end. That's how the teams were at the end of it. And in the regular season, right? In the regular season, and I'll tell you every team record by the end of it. And I tell you all the seed rankings and all that going into the playoffs. So look, in the regular season, me and Bitquiz, we finished out 7-8, first seed now, 7-8. Actually, we finished out 7-8. We played a lot of games. We finished out 7-8. Me and Bitquiz, and then DJ and Cole, they finished out 6-6, and then Lil Quez and Avion. I can't remember what they finishing, but I knew they was last. I knew they weren't winning a lot of games, though. I knew that for sure. I knew they weren't winning a lot of games. That's for sure. And to be honest with you, in season 1, bro, it's so all over the place. Like, it's so all over the place. Because it was like, everybody was like, I don't know. Just Lil Quez. Only Lil Quez had this problem. Lil Quez he could not find a loyal teammate in season 1. Because I remember Avion, he was playing with Avion. That was his teammate. But Avion, this nigga missed the whole season. This man played 2-3 games in the regular season. Skipped out the half of the season, cut that out, and then the nigga came back for the playoffs. Because I remember Lil Quez, when me and Bitquiz was playing, I was playing with Lil Quez because Lil Quez didn't have a teammate. So, and this was in the middle of the season, because like I said, P. Mike and Deuce joined at the end of the season. That's what I'm saying. So it sound dumb, it sound tricky. Everybody switching teams and stuff like that, but yeah, it's hard to get at sometimes. Like, the focus on which teams was this, which was that. It's yeah. But that's how it was. I would play with Lil Quez and Big Quez at the same time, season 1. That's the only people I played with. I never played with nobody else. I ain't play with DJ at all. I ain't play with DJ until we got to the finals, the YBL finals. So I played with, it was me and Avion and DJ in the YBL finals because somehow I think Cole just stopped. Cole just quit. Cole wasn't available or something like that. Or we was rushing it or something and yeah. So and Cole said he couldn't play, like he didn't wanna come out here and all that. So I know it's a lot of things that's just mixed up, bro. A lot of things that's mixed up. You got this nigga playing on that team, that nigga playing on this team. This nigga missed half of the season. It was out of order. It was out of order, but it was still fun, you know. It was still fun. So that's how that was. That's just know they was the last seed. Well, no, they was the 3rd seed. They was the 3rd seed. They was the last seed until P Mike and Deuce came into this. They played like 3-4 games at the end of the season. They played like 3-4 games at the end of the season, and then they was the last seed because obviously they didn't have the record. So heading to the YBL playoffs, they didn't have the record to be like a 1st or a 2nd seed, obviously, because they didn't play a lot of games. But I feel like if they was there from day one, from the start of the season, they would play about. I feel like they would have finished 3rd, maybe even 2nd. I feel like P Mike and Deuce, if they would have stood together like just them two, I feel like they would have beat DJ and DJ Cole. They would have took their spot. That's what I feel like, honestly. That's honestly what I feel. And I got the receipts and proof to back it up. But alright, y'all. It's a new day. I couldn't finish talking about the YBL in one day because it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that I gotta talk about that I still gotta cover. I talked about the origins. Yesterday, and I talked about the regular season and who was all on teams and how all the trades happened and the teams' records and all that. So now we're gonna talk about the YBL play-in, and then we're gonna talk about the YBL playoffs and the championship. And then yeah. So look, check me out. Check it out. So look, the YBL play-in, right? This is how we ended up getting the first seeds. This is how we ended up getting our seeds. Because really, if you think about it, me and Big Quez weren't supposed to really get no first seed. I mean, we were 7-8. We were 7-8. So you think about how is a team that's under 500? How is a team that's under 500? How the freak are they the first seed and they under 500? Like that's the first time that'll ever happen in basketball history. Like Chris Moose said, is this a fake video? Bro, I'm telling you, dog. 7-8 being the first seed is free. You know everybody else gotta be trash if the first seed is 7-8. But that's how it was. 7-8. Me and Big Quez. Remember, DJ and DJ Coleman, they was 2nd seed, 6-6. Then Lil Quez and Avion, they was 3rd seed. I forgot their record. Their 4th seed was P Mike and Deuce. So look, the reason how we got the first seed, because we had a tournament game, we had playing games to see who was gonna get the seeds. If we would have lost, we would have got the 2nd seed, or we probably had to play Lil Quez and them for that seed, I believe. So yeah, so we ended up beating DJ and Cole. And remember, this was, and the thing is, another fact I left out in the regular season, DJ and DJ Cole was actually 3-0. They ain't started. They started out the season 3-0, bro. They was so cocky, so arrogant. They started out 3-0. So it was the first seed for a little minute. Then me and Big Quiz, we got on teams. We started cooking them boys. Then I remember me and Lil Quiz. I had played with Lil Quiz. Me and Lil Quiz was cooking them. So I was beating DJ Cole like it was nothing. I can't, bro. Bro, it was one thing. It was one thing to beat them, but then it was another thing to rub it in their face. Cause like nobody, I promise you, I didn't like them niggas at all. When we was hooping, I didn't like them niggas at all, bro. I hated to lose against DJ. Bro. I can't stand that jump. I can't, cause I just feel like he don't deserve it. He don't deserve to win, bro. That nigga is sorry as freak. Like, I don't know. They just not good, bro. They just not good. I don't like them niggas on the court, bro. They just not good, in my opinion, when I play against them. But like, if we on teams, of course we're gonna win. But yeah, I feel like they was overrated, the most overrated team in the league, bro. And so I remember, yeah, they finished the season 6-6. They finished the season 6-6. Sorry. They got the second seed. Me and Big Quiz beat them to play in. Me and Big Quiz finished out like 3-0 against them boys to end the season off. They couldn't beat us for nothing. And that was so funny. It was so funny. Then they got the second seed. Then Lil Quiz and Avion, they had got the third seed. And like I said, P Mike Deuce with the fourth. So that's how that went with the play-in. Now we get to the YBL playoffs. 7-game series. That was the rules. Just like the NBA, 7-game series. When I tell you, and I was see, we had a bye. Well, we thought we had a bye. That's another way on how them boys really cheated us from getting to the championship, for real. Cause really, we were supposed to get that bye, and we were supposed to already get a bid to the to the YBL championship. Watch this. Check me out. Watch this. So I was the referee. I was the referee for the YBL playoffs. I was holding the camera, I was recording, so I was calling out calls as well. This was DJ Coleman and DJ versus Lil Quiz and Avion in the first round of the YBL playoffs. I cheated for them. I ain't gonna lie, I cheated for them boys bad. Really, it was really supposed to be a 4-1. It was really supposed to be 4-1, 4-2. I don't even think 4-2. And Lil Quiz and Avion, they were struggling to win one game. And Lil Quiz was dropping 70 points back to back. Lil Quiz had like 7. He had 3 games over 40 plus points in those YBL games in that first round. Bro, when I tell you I cheated for them boys so bad in one game, they were supposed to lose. Got eliminated. I remember like it was yesterday. This man, Lil Quiz, Avion inbounds about. Avion threw it in. Lil Quiz got it. This nigga, Lil Quiz, jumped in the DJ. I caught the foul. I caught the foul, bro. I caught the foul. Sent Lil Quiz to the free throw line. The nigga hit all 3 free throws. And then after that, that's when Lil Quiz and Avion, that's when they won the next game. And they won the next game. Cause they was down 3-0. And I think that was that game 4, that's when I cheated for Lil Quiz. That's when I gave them that foul. They sent him to the free throw line. So they won that game. Then they won the next game.
Pretty cold look. I just seen him.
Well, you know, I got like 50 points, fam.
Hey, fam, next time you come out, let me get the arm, man, bro.
Damn. Is he clutch?
Tie game. Once Lil Quiz with the shot. 74-76. I mean 77-76. 80. 81 to ooh. Oh shoot, Avion, what the freak? He gonna jack it. Tie the game. Lil Quiz with a 3. 90-87. 90-89.
It's not, fam.
Down 2.
And then they got the game 7. They got the game 7. kid you not. The game was going down to the wire. I kid you not. Lil Quiz dropping another masterclass. But you know who messed it up? Bro. Avion. Alright, look. This is how it played out. Lil Quiz drove down the court. To win the game. To take to win the game. Because I think they was down by 1. To win the game, clock ticked down because we were playing with a timeout there. Lil Quiz dumped the ball off. Because look. Avion was starting the YBL. Nobody was worried about him. Nobody was worried about him in the league. Nobody. DJ Coleman and Huncho doubled Lil Quiz. He doubled Lil Quiz. He doubled Lil Quiz. Lil Quiz drove Avion sitting in the paint. Dumped it off. Avion blew the dunk. Avion blew the dunk. Game over. Eliminated. Lil Quiz like, bruh, Avion, you sold the game, bruh. And then in the game, earlier in that series, Avion I think he went 0 for 12 from the 3-point line. Bro, I know, it ain't funny, bro. It's not funny, but I gotta laugh because the junk is funny. But it's like, dude, what the freak? If Lil Quiz would have had just a little bit more help, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like Avion was a scrub the whole series. Avion was 2 points away from dropping 40 in what, game 2? Or was that game 1? Avion had 38 points in game. It was one of them games. So it's not like Avion was just scrubbing it up out there, which he was. But I ain't gonna say like he ain't contribute at all. But he did have a 30 or over 30 point game. So I ain't gonna lie. But it don't matter because they lost game 7. They lost game 7. They got eliminated. They lost to DJ and DJ Coleman. But look, this where it gets tricky at. Now, I don't know. And remember, I haven't mentioned it yet, but we had an MVP race. I ain't gonna say nothing about the MVP race until we get done with all the teams in the playoffs. So this where it get tricky right here. 2 things that went down that messed everything up. Me and Big Quiz had the first seed, but somehow me and Big Quiz got forced to play P Mike and Mike. And this is what Mike filled in for Deuce. Cause Deuce wasn't coming out there for some reason. I don't know why. I think he had practice or something. I don't know. So Deuce couldn't make it and play with P Mike. So Mike had to fill in and play with P Mike. Like I said before. Mike is a collegiate hooper. Mike was good as free. Everybody was scared of Mike. Everybody was scared of Mike, bro. Everybody was scared of Mike. I wasn't scared to play Mike. You know, I ain't never scared of no comp. But everybody else was crying like crybabies. They was gonna quit. Blah blah blah, bro. We literally, me and Big Quiz almost beat Mike and P Mike for real. And that's the thing. We played them boys and went down 3-0. We played Mike and P Mike. We played 3 games that day and went down 3-0 in a YBL playoff game. And everybody said, everybody told me, don't play them games, don't play Mike. But I was like, freak it, I'm ready to hoop, I'm ready to play. I want to play right now. We gonna beat these boys. Like I said, I wasn't scared. This man, my teammate got out here and sold. This man turned to Ben Simmons. He turned to Ben Simmons. Big Quiz turned to Ben Simmons. So I was low key the MVP of that series. And then after we went down 0-3, I was like, hey, we're not gonna play the next game to another day. We're gonna wait another day to play the next game, cause I knew Mike wasn't gonna come back. I knew Mike wasn't gonna come back. So, and that's when Deuce came back. But some odd way, Lil Quez ended up on the team. Somehow Lil Quez ended up playing with P Mike. How did that happen? I don't know, bro. I can't remember it in my head, honest. I'm being dead serious. I don't know how Lil Quez ended up on P Mike and Deuce's team to get another chance in the playoff round, but he did. And me and Big Quez forced the game 7, but karma came back and bit me in the butt. Cause you know that same play on how I cheated? That same play on how I cheated for Lil Quez for DJ Coleman with that foul, that's the same thing that happened to Big Quez. Lil Quez pump fake, jumped into him. This man hit all the free throws, won the game. We knocked out. We got cheated. Me and Big Quez got cheated like mofos. Cause if we would have got but the thing is though, DJ and DJ Coleman would have lost regardless. Because spoiler alert, they did lose that the YBL finals. And then I think they lost in 6 games. Yeah. Either 5 or 6 games. So imagine if me and Big Quez would have got there. And remember, we was on a 3-0 streak. We was on a 3-0 streak against them boys to finish off the season. So we would have beat them boys. We was going to beat them boys regardless. We weren't going to lose that. If we would have got the game 7, if not games, they wouldn't even got the game. We would have beat them boys in 5 or in 4. we'd fight each with us. I don't think we would have swept them. I think they would have got 1 game off on us. But we would have beat them boys in 5 games. So as long as DJ and Coleman didn't win that year, I was happy. Shoot, freaking. So now to tell you about the MVP race we had. The little MVP race we had. The MVP race, it was between Big Quez, Lil Quez, DJ, and me. I was in there. But obviously, I got outvoted. So I was out first. Yeah. Ooh, my neck. I was out first. And then DJ, he was out second. So then it was just between Big Quez and Lil Quez. And I think I did a vote, but once again, I cheated for Lil Quez. And I gave Lil Quez. Lil Quez won the first ever MVP of the YBL. But you can't act like, I can't sit here and act like it wasn't. And the reason what made me switch it, bro. A reason what made me switch it, cause nigga, nobody was doing it like Lil Quez. Lil Quez dropping 50+ point games back to back in the regular season and the playoffs. This nigga literally dropped 66 in the season opener, hooping against Big Quez and Avion. So he was consistent throughout the whole year. And Lil Quez highlights are just. Lil Quez highlights are just, oh my gosh, out of this world. I go to bed every night watching his highlights. I'm telling you, bro. The nigga highlights, they tough as freak. They tough as heck. They definitely entertaining to watch. But that was, yeah. Lil Quez won MVP. He was the first ever MVP. So this nigga Lil Quez lucked out. This nigga won MVP, got back in the playoffs after being eliminated, and then the nigga went on to the YBL finals and then beat them boys in 6. Or was it? It was either 5 or 6. It might have went to 7. I can't remember. I have to see. But, bruh. Yeah, Lil Quez won it all, man. Lil Quez won it all. He got him a chip. He got him a ring. He got him a chip, a ring, an MVP. Like, come on, bro. It don't get no better than that. That's like, bro. And that's really it. That's really it for, that whole arc. The play-in, the playoffs. The only thing I left out was Coleman didn't play all his playoff games, like in the first round or the second round. That's where me and Avion came in and played with DJ. And then when DJ and Coleman was playing against Luquez and Avion, Danny filled in for Cole because Cole didn't play like a good 2-3 games. So Danny had filled in, and it didn't matter though because Luquez was still cooking. Danny dropping 73 points, all that. So, you know, that's that art though. That was peak. Like I wasn't playing, but just being in that atmosphere, just being the cameraman recording that junk, watching that junk, like laughing at that stuff and having fun, it was peak experience. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 100%. It don't get no better than that right there. We're going to end it off. The beginning of the end. Now, it was so fun. It was such a peak experience that we already have, everybody in the group had already made their mind up. We want a season 2. Let's get season 2 ready. If season 1 was going to be good, season 2 was going to be even better. I had the same goals. I had the same goals. Like, bro. But I don't know, man. A lot of stuff was off. And this is how it all went to crap. But look, check me out. This how it happened though. This how it went down. So this how it went down. So look, season 2, we moved the goals to the backyard. We moved them to my backyard, which still wasn't bad. We were still back there hooping. So, you know, we got like we met up a good 2 times. And that second time was the last time. That was it. So look, a game, the battle of the Quezes. That's what I call it. I know it might sound corny, but I don't really care. We had three niggas named Quez out there on the court playing hooping in the backyard at the same time. We had Big Quez and we had Butter. That's his nickname, but his name was Quez. We had him. We had them two. Then we had Luquez and Avion. We had Luquez and Avion playing. Once again, Avion was a sub in for Luquez that season 2. Luquez was playing with Deuce. So, and P Mike was really supposed to play with Big Quez, but P Mike had hurt his leg or something. He was really in a boot. He was really in a boot at Cass out there. He had slipped at work or something. I can't remember. But we got to see that game in action, and that was one of the best. When I tell you that was one of the best YBL games, that's one of the best YBL games. But it was the best YBL game I ever seen, and it was the last motherfucking YBL game I seen. Man, I don't know. Luquez got mad. Things didn't go his way. He got mad. He quit. He was done. After that, he didn't come out there no more. And I can do it. Nothing I can do about it. But that was the last time we ever seen Luquez back out there. And after that, everything else just disbanded. Mike was supposed to come back. Nobody didn't want him back because he was too good. But yeah, man, it's sad how it ended. Really, it's sad. I wish it would have kept going. I promise you, bro. I put it on my life, on my soul. That's how confident I am, and I was in that. I put this on my life, on my soul. If we would have kept going, we probably would have been in like season 4 or 5 right now, or probably like 5, probably OD. But we probably would have been like just ended season 4. Nigga, if we would have kept going, I promise you that jump would have blew up. It would have blew up all over TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I promise you. I put that on my life. I put that on my life, bro. How confident I am in that. I'm not gonna say God, cause why would God take my life? For that, I'm gonna say this: if the devil came to me right now, look, this how confident. I don't know weird stuff. I don't know no weird crazy stuff. But if the devil come to me right now and say, put it on your life, on your soul, the YBL would have blew up, and me not knowing the future, me just going off season one, and everybody would have stayed consistent. Nobody would have quit. Would have kept going. He say the devil coming right now saying, if it blow up, I ain't gonna take your life. But if it don't blow up, you owe me your life and your soul. It would have blew up. I would have lived. I would have been living to this day. Luckily I didn't do that junk, cause I would have been freaked up, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the YBL story, man. Do I think the YBL will ever come back? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I still hoop. I don't care. I'm always gonna hoop. I only hoop if it's like people I know, or like if I see some good runs with randoms. But like where I live at, it's literally no good. It's no good runs at all. Never. It's never ever any good runs. The court's not even good here where I live at, bro. But yeah, man. That's it for the YBL, bro. That's it for this. It has been fun retelling this story, reliving this story, rewatching this story. It has been fun as freak to reminisce on this. And I miss that junk. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. But that's it for this story, man.